What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
My name is Michael.
And I'm Jeffrey.
And welcome to our show. Today, we're going to have an interview with with the band Prisoners that we have showcased on our episode 14, PS2 Games.
Yeah, I'm excited. Our first interview.
Yeah, our first interview with the band. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
What's up, bro?
Hello. So Prisoners has 7 band members. We're going to go ahead and introduce them right now. We got Eli on vocals.
What up?
We got Kyran on drums.
Yo, 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 yo.
We got Charles on guitar.
What's up?
We got Alton on guitar.
Yo.
We got Sam on bass.
What's up?
Moses on percussion.
Hey, y'all.
And we got Unknown Six, the mute. How you doing, guys?
Doing good.
Not
bad at all.
Very well.
Awesome. So we're gonna get right into it. Why'd you guys start making music?
I'll take it. I just started making music because I got into it in middle school. Like I was a band nerd, so like I was doing all that kind of stuff.
So is Jeffrey right here.
What instrument? What instrument?
Drums. I started off on drums.
Okay. Clarinet.
But then from there on, I just wanted to like start playing like to people, like instead of being in a band or like school band setting. I wanted to do like a metal band and like get into it.
All right.
Cool.
What about you, Eli?
Honestly, kind of the same as Alton was saying. I started listening to kind of more metal in middle school, and it kind of I just wanted to be something more than playing drums in high school, because I did also play drums in high school, but I wanted to do more. Kind of wanted to have like an adventure with music, so that's one of the main reasons why I joined the band as well. Just wanted to see where it can take me, honestly.
Nice. All right. Well, Kyran, how about you, bud?
Growing up, I'd say that like, my dad was like, the musical one, but my mom was more of like the listening. So I guess like those two worlds kind of combined. And like my dad made beats and all that, whatnot. And that always like intrigued me. So like, later on down the road, like growing up with like seeing like MTV Classics, all these music videos, like the drummers would always like captivate my attention. So then like, later on, like down the road, like, I picked up a pair of sticks and then just kind of went from there and just boom, here we are.
Nice. Charles, how about you?
I started. Well, I would say mainly I was just listening to Slipknot when I got into high school, and then went to Knotfest around like 2016. Then after I started going to more shows, I wanted to get into music more.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I started playing guitar around 2017. Then after that, I started getting more into like hardcore and all that.
Nice. I went to the last Slip, the Knotfest. It was cool. It was a good
I wanted
show.
to go to that one, but I went to a different show instead.
What show did you go to?
The Momentum show in San Fernando.
Oh, okay.
Beg for Life played that one.
Nice.
Yup.
All right. How about you, Sam?
Honestly, just cash, drugs, and women. That's why. No, I'm kidding. No, I honestly, I grew up around music like my whole life. Like, how you suddenly gain consciousness when you're like 4. I had a father and a brother that, or I still have. I shouldn't say had. That sounds bad. They both played guitar and are very into music. My father was he's a self-taught guitar player since he was like 14 or something. But I grew up listening to like Zeppelin and Stevie Ray Vaughan and all that kind of stuff. And when I didn't actually seriously pick up an instrument until probably my junior year of high school. I got a beginning instruments class. I signed up for beginning guitar, but because all the seniors at my high school got to like pick their electives first, I ended up with a beginning instruments class, and I like cried and moaned that I was gonna have to play an instrument that wasn't guitar. And the teacher was like, "Well, you can do bass guitar." And I cried and moaned more because I didn't want to play bass guitar because bass seemed really lame to me. And then I talked to my father about it, and he was like, let's get you a bass, try it before you just drop the class, because that's what I was considering doing. And I ended up actually liking bass more than guitar because that's what I wanted to play. But then, a couple like months down the road, he was like, you can apply what you're learning on that instrument to guitar because they're very similar, obviously. So I do both, but in this band I play bass. And then right around then, I started going to local hardcore shows with some friends, and got intrigued by the smallness, the closeness of those shows, and it made me not want to play like any music but that.
Nice. Fun fact: Eric, Eli's brother, used to play bass.
Eric, hit me up.
Whoa.
He did, and I can say he's kind of one of the main reasons why I got into music, because he was more of a Blink-182 person, and I just loved that band, and I experienced more along the way.
Yeah, it was good times. Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Moses, how about you, bro?
I started playing guitar around like 6th, 7th grade. My parents were those kind of parents that would always tell me, "Oh, metal music is evil. Don't listen to it. Stay away from it. Whatever." But I think that that kind of just had a reverse effect on my mind, where I just became more intrigued by it. So I was like, I don't think it could be that bad. And so I checked it out, and I mean, it kind of just went downhill from there. I started learning how to play guitar, and the more and more music I discovered, the deeper and deeper I just delved into the world of music. And I didn't really start collaborating with other musicians and getting involved in shows until just recently, maybe just barely a year ago. And I think that that's just helped to fuel my musical journey even more. And here I am now.
Nice. Unknown Six, what about you?
Good answer.
Nice.
Good answer.
Yeah, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
He's my inspiration.
All right. And Eli, who are some of your what makes you passionate about music?
Honestly, I would say the very few is honestly my brother, because he was the one that I looked up to with music. Hold on, excuse me. Alright, I'm so sorry. And I really love the band. They are called Motionless in White. I kind of look up to them with their music. They are more of a metalcore, and we are more of a hardcore band. But I just like to kind of social experiment, especially with my voice now. I just want to see what I can do and I can't do. But those I can probably say are my inspirations for being in a band, being about music, writing lyrics and everything.
All right. How about you, Kyran?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
What makes you passionate about playing music?
What makes me passionate is just, I guess it's always the thought, the feeling that I get whenever I pick up a pair of sticks, whether it be a show, practice, or just even just the sticks itself. It's always I never knew what a coping mechanism really was until I found that, and then it just kind of pursued me even more to have more of a drive to actually just to I guess come up with ideas that that just kind of float around in your mind. And I think it's just I don't know, when you just put your, in a sense, your sweat into it, and then just I don't know. It's just like a feeling I can't describe, but like I'm pretty sure like the band members know themselves when like after playing a show or after like writing something or just like things like along those lines. Like I guess it's just like the thought of just playing like gets me like fired up, you know?
No, yeah, that's awesome. I like that. Like, I wish I could have. I mean, I played the drums supposedly. You know, I knew how to hit the drums with the sticks a little bit. You know, but it wasn't anything like crazy. But I remember while I was playing, it just felt great. You know, and like hearing something that like we had a band. We didn't really have a band. It was just like one jam session. But like we recorded a song and it was pretty cool. We recorded it on our phones and it felt great, you know? It felt great like hearing something that you played. Like you know. That's awesome. Charles, what about you, bud?
Trying to think. Pretty much just seeing everyone just move around, to be honest. I used to like doing circle pits, but then now I kind of just like just swinging around and all that. So just seeing everyone just do the same thing is pretty fun. Well, probably sometimes for us not really, but then when you just stay around and see the other bands, it's pretty fun and doing all that too. But I honestly don't know what else to say.
That's all I have to say, bro. Yeah. Alton, if you were given $1 million right now, dude, what would you do with it?
Right now.
Probably buy equipment.
$1 million would be going to equipment. Yeah. I mean, some of it would go to equipment. I would love to use it to probably like get a good recording studio for us. And then I would obviously set myself up with a house and stuff like that. Just everything you need for essential life. Oh, and also like unlimited Raising Cane's.
Without the coleslaw, though.
Without
Man's
the
be throwing chicken tenders at homeless people, like taking the
double toast.
always. With get the bob, the butter on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Sam, what's your favorite thing about being a musician?
playing live for sure. I like when we're not playing. Like, this is gonna sound weird, but like when we don't play a show for a long time, it's like I have to tap my foot because I just want to get back out there and do it so bad. So I'd say that, and then also getting to create. Getting to create is a great outlet. It's definitely a better outlet than other things that you could be doing. Like, kind of to call back to what Moses was saying about like how people say, "Oh, heavy music is evil," blah blah blah, and it's like, definitely I could, you could point to some places in time where maybe heavy music has been synonymous with bad things that have happened in the world, or it's been associated with it. But at the same time, it's for most people, I'd say heavy music is an outlet, as opposed to, like I said, doing other things. But my favorite thing would be creating and playing shows and just getting to be involved in it. It's great.
All right. So we're going to go through a little top 3, guys, of like our top 10 show. We talked about it. We're going to go ahead and talk about your top 3 musical influences. I'll just go down the line. Eli, who are your top 3 musical influences?
Oof, that's so many choices, but I only get 3. I would say for sure, Slipknot is actually one because they influenced me a lot of hardcore, as well as like just singing verbally with like your voice and everything. And another one would be actually Boundaries. We got to play with them actually not too long ago. I wasn't really into their music at first, but after seeing them live, I really liked how they are. They produce themselves vocally as well. So like I can say it's another inspiration for me. And then my last one well, honestly, being my brother, bringing him back, he has showed me so many things that I wish that I've never seen before. With bass, with music, even like him, he even sings a little bit too. He showed me a couple of his recordings back then,
Yeah.
and I was very surprised. He's kind of one of the reasons why I actually wanted to sing. But other than that, those are honestly my top three.
Nice. What about you, Moses?
I think it's hard to say. I think for sure, at least one of them is definitely Sepultura. They're pretty sick. I like the little grooves that they have in their songs. They're like an artist that I think I really take like quite a bit from. Another one, I don't know. I did. I remember listening to like a lot of like '80s like thrash for a little bit. So probably like Megadeth. Megadeth's pretty cool. I was like super obsessed with them back in like my freshman sophomore year, and I do notice like I always like go back to them. I always go back to like playing their songs and whatever. And for a third one, I'm not sure. I guess I would have to say Slipknot too.
Oh yeah. Kyran, what about you?
So my top pick, and all these guys are gonna fucking hate me for it, but it's actually this band called Pierce the Veil.
Hey,
That's my
hey,
number one.
I like
number
Pierce the
one,
Veil, bro. They're good. They're good.
because musically, it's like something I like personally. Like that gives off like stuff I like, but then mainly it's more for like the drummer, like the way he plays, the way he gives off his energy at his shows. It's just all that. Like that's what I, in a sense, like what Moses says, I take from like that band. It's like that's something I want to implement in my like playing style, in my like performance, like live. Like those are like, I guess like that band was like a key factor into my quote unquote character development. But for a second, same as Moses, Slipknot, like all the way, like hearing fucking Wait and Bleed and People Equal Shit as like a fucking elementary school kid was fucking nuts, dude. It's like holy shit. But how did these guys like fucking just do this like unison shit at the same time, and just the way they played, it's like that was like very captivating like as a kid. So I would say that was very like influential in my life as well. And then for the third, honestly, I'd say the Prison Hill scene. Like all the bands that came through, all the like people that played, like just seeing them like up front, up close, and like how you can make a connection one-on-one. That's what I guess inspired me to like put myself out there as a musician, to like keep striding for just damn, I can't even think of words right now. But yeah, shout out Prison Hill, hardcore.
Awesome. Charles?
The third one would be Fit for a King, because I really, really enjoyed metalcore when I first started getting to like deathcore. I got into deathcore, then I got into metalcore. Then as soon as I got into metalcore, I just instantly just loved it. And after Fit for a King, it's gonna be Body Snatcher. I really like Body Snatcher a lot. Like all the 3 albums that they released, even the new one, I really like a lot.
Man, now I can't say Body Snatcher.
Hey, of course you can.
Yeah, they have all the good shit. They have all the fucking beatdowns and the slam riffs. And the first one is A Day to Remember. They have like the same thing, kind of like they have all the good shit, pop punk and metalcore.
Yeah.
And they help me get better at guitar.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Sam?
I'd say the first, and probably as far as like inspiration for wanting to just pick up an instrument, Aside from like my father, the direct inspiration would be probably Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was when I was a kid. I can remember sitting in front of my TV and watching him play music with his band Double Trouble was incredibly inspiring, and just I couldn't sit in front of a TV or a screen and watch him and not just be glued to it for however long the performance was. As far as inspirations for heavy music, I'd say the next one would, to piggyback off of Charleston, would be Body Snatcher. I found that band when I was like maybe 15, and it was the first time that I'd heard music like that. It was the first time I'd ever heard slam riffs, first time I'd ever heard beat down stuff, first time I'd ever heard like a mosh call out in a song. Like, I didn't think music could sound like that. So that opened up a floodgate for me to just dive into that music. And then after that, I'd say Deftones would be a huge inspiration for me, just because a lot of Steph Carpenter's writing taught me, like, you don't have to write super intricate, crazy guitar parts that have all these crazy melodies and all this other stuff. You know, you can just play power chords, and you know, it's amazing. And that was also the first band that I'd ever saw use extended range guitars, like 7 and 8 strings. And I think now he's even using 9 strings for some stuff. But yeah, those three, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Deftones, and Body Snatcher, would be like the 3 biggest reasons I'm into music.
Alton on guitar, what you got?
Well, I think for me, like, number one, it would probably be Ringo Starr of the Beatles. Because at first, when I was getting into music, it was like starting from like the early days, and I wanted to know how it really developed. So I was like going through like Black Sabbath, and then like going straight up into like harder stuff, and then just going on from like that. But Ringo Starr is the one that helped me, because I was a drummer in middle school, and I was like looking up to different drummers. And when I got my first drum set in middle school, and I just started playing along to Beatles songs, and Ringo had this like certain style that I really liked. And then I guess my number 2 influence would be Metallica, because from Black Sabbath I went to Metallica, and Metallica was like a really good band for me to like get introduced into metal, because I was still getting into it at the time. I really didn't know like a lot of different bands, and Metallica was like the most mainstream one. And then from there on, I went to Slipknot, and then branching off. But my third one for like probably like would be this local band here. They were called End Result. They helped me a lot. They helped me a lot to get involved here in the local scene, because I wasn't really like, I didn't know that Yuma had a local scene like that. And that their guitarist for their band invited me to their show one time, and I just went there and I was blown away by it. It was at Prison Hill. So I just really got really involved from there on, and I thank End Result a lot for getting me to where I am right now.
Hey, shout out Gabriel.
Yeah.
And Unknown 6? Nice. Nice. All right.
Do it again.
Good answer. All right, guys. And this is Prisoners with Suffering. Hope you guys enjoy.
I am my breaking point. What do you? I am sticking with you to the pit of fucking misery. I am lost. No one can hear me. Why does anyone understand me? Take a look inside, you see me losing my mind. The walls are melting right before my eyes. The floor is shaking, my head is aching. Will there ever be the end to the suffering? Thunder surround my neck, feeling a full time as I take my breath, reading up the fight, turning black and blue, fading from the room. There's no room for me, there's no room for you. Let's go lose. I am happy. Live on it. Let's call it us. Finally, I am a fucking man. I'm losing my fucking patience! Mr. Bombastic.
Well, this, do you guys have any new music coming out soon? New album, new something?
Or shows?
New shows?
Well, currently we're working on some new music and album. We're currently on a break right now from shows, and we hope to come back a little bit stronger and with new music. So hopefully we're gonna come out with an LP, like at least 8 or 9 new songs.
All right.
But yeah.
If it's out of town, though, we might say yeah.
Oh yes. Out of town.
We might wink, wink, wink.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you for stopping by and hanging out with us. You know, we really want to get new artists, new music out there. We really want to spotlight, you know, the new music, the new artists, trying to get everybody on that higher level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
So I really want to thank Prisoners for joining our show. You could find them on Instagram. What's your guys' Instagram? Prisoners HC?
Yeah.
And you can find them there. We'll have a link down below to their page. We'll also be posting on our Instagram, posting on for their page also. They're going to be on our next 2 top 10 shows, spotlighted. And thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Everyone clap now.
Please clap.
Please.
Yeah. Vigorously claps cheeks.
And with that, guys, my name is Michael.
I'm Jeffrey.
And we love to pickle.